Good morning, class. Welcome to St. Peter's School. So, this is your science class, and in previous class, we were at the chapter number 2, the living world. So, all the students are requested to please take out your books and keep in front of you. Take out page number 10. Okay, take out page number 10. Okay, so last class we discussed about the topic like different plants are having a different types of growth, and the plant can grow. We just proved it by through this experiment, yes, because when what happened in first situation, what happened, we just tied a one thread to one rod, and after days, we found that when the plant grows, this thread become loose, and this shows that plants can grow. Okay, now after this, what we find that different plants grow in different manner. For example, coconut tree has a very long height, while mango tree or the banyan tree doesn't have a height like a coconut tree, but it is heighted. Okay, and you can see Erica palm or the toddy palms. These are the smaller in height, but not too smaller like herbs and the herbs plant, right? So different plants grow in a different manner in the different height. The same thing is written here also. So what is this written here? Read out. What differences do you see in the growth of trees like mango, banyan, and the people, and that of bamboo, coconut, and toddy palms? So the same thing I told you, that different plants grow in different manner. Banyan tree doesn't grow like a coconut tree, or the herbs and this herbs and stuff doesn't grow like the smaller tree like erica palm, toddy palms, right? So these are the few examples of different types of growth in plant. Now, our next topic is food is necessary for growth. Now, how food is necessary for growth? So let's first of all study this. Okay, food is necessary for growth. What does it mean? We all know that yes, we human being require food for our survival, right? But in the same way, do you know that plant also requires food for growth, because plant is also considered as a living thing. So what we are discussing in this chapter, that what are the living things? The living things are plants, animals, and human beings, and insects. Animals consist of all the animals like insects, lizards, and everything. So what are the living things on this earth? Plants, animals, and human beings. So from naked eye we can observe that yes, how the human beings are living, considered as a living thing. They respire, they breathe, they grow, they move, everything they do, right? In the same way, animals also do all the activity of the living things. But in the plants, we doesn't we cannot see from our naked eyes that what are what are the living activities they perform. So first of all, what in first situation, what we find, that the first characteristic of living thing, that they can grow, they grow, right? So this is the first characteristic which absorb a plant as a living thing. Second is food is necessary for growth, means that plant also requires food. So what happens, only living things requires food there for their survival. So in this way we can prove that plant is a living thing. So let's see how they prepare food. Plants make their own food in a sunlight. Plants produce food from water, nutrients in the soil, and the carbon dioxide present in the air. This process takes place in the leaves of plant. It is brought about in the presence of sunlight with the help of chlorophyll in the leaves. This process of food production is called photosynthesis. During this process, plants give out oxygen. Plants appear mainly green in color due to chlorophyll in them. Now, who used to prepare food for the plant? Leaves used to prepare the food for the plant. Very important question, everywhere you might be asked anywhere, that which is known as the who prepares food for the plant, or which is known as the kitchen of the plant. So leaf is known as the kitchen of the plant. Why? Because it used to prepare food for the plant. Now, what are the requirement for preparing food? Sunlight, carbon dioxide which is present in air, and water and minerals which this plant absorbs through roots, from the soil. Where the water and nutrients are present, it is present in the soil. And who absorbs these water and nutrients for the plant? Root absorbs this water and nutrients from the soil and transfer it to the whole part of the plant. Then when water and nutrients reach to this leaf, by the help of and leaf through a stomata, they absorb carbon dioxide, and through carbon dioxide, water and nutrients, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they prepare food that is called glucose, and they also release oxygen in that time, which is back to the atmosphere, which is required by us. In this way, in this way, it proves that what happened, that they in this way they prepare food for the plant, and this process is known as the photosynthesis. Okay, so this is very important. What is photosynthesis? Preparation of food in the presence of carbon dioxide, sunlight, chlorophyll, water, and nutrients. To prepare food for the plant is known as photosynthesis, or you can say like the process by which plants prepare their own food is known as photosynthesis. For photosynthesis, what we all require? We require sunlight, carbon dioxide, water and nutrients, and the chlorophyll which is present in the leaf. Chlorophyll, due to chlorophyll only, the leaf color is green. Okay, so so the leaf which is not green in color, it means they have no chlorophyll. Okay, now move to the next topic. Animals, however, do not have chlorophyll. They do not produce their own food. They search for food. Animals such as goats, sheep, and horses eat grass, while wild animals such as tigers and lion meet their needs for the food by hunting other animals which live on plants. So, what we are discussing in this chapter, that what are the living things have a characteristics, so that like it can be differentiated from the non-living things. So what are the living thing characters? Respiration, breathing, eating, and excretion, whatever. So there are different types of characteristics which living things only bears. So in this way, like plants, we have seen that how plants prepare their own food. Now animals has no chlorophyll. What they do, they do not produce their own food, but they are dependent on another small animals or some animals which are totally dependent on the plant. So they do not prepare their own food. They are dependent on another organism like plant or the smaller animal. They search for the food, and animals such as goats, sheep, horses eat grass, while animals such as tigers, lions, so the animals, tigers and lions, they hunt the smaller animals. Okay, this bird is hunting the fish for their survival, while horse, hen, goat, these all what they eat grasses, leaves, plants, right? So now the intake of food and the resultant growth is an important characteristic of living things. So two characteristics we already have find, that growth and the intake of food is the important characteristic of living thing. In next chapter class we will study about the few more characteristic like respiration, excretion. Okay, till the time what you are going to do, just give a reading to this chapter from your side, and we will meet in next class. Till the time, take care and bye bye.